So today a few more things arrived. I got a take-up reel for the projector, a really big one so I can convert pretty much any size of film I want, and another film. I think this is a really old 80s road safety one that I just picked up cheap, and I'm investigating how to get sound off the projector into the computer. So the way I'll convert sound films is I'll just run the projector without the lamp or anything at normal speed, 24 frames per second, without even the lamp on, and just record the sound output. So for sound I've tried different things, which I'll explain just now. What I did try to do was take the sound directly off the pickup into the line in or microphone. So looking there, that little grey connector, the 3.5mm one in the middle there, in the middle of the picture, I tried connecting that directly to the microphone and line in, but the signal was just so extremely weak, the computer could hardly pick it up. So, and by the way, that connector is just accessed by removing the sound flywheel, which is just sitting here. You just take a screw out and then it slides right off. So that just keeps the sound drum rotating at a stable RPM. So my final solution to the sound problem was to take the output directly from the speaker, and I just put it through a 10k potentiometer, made a voltage divider up basically, and that just takes the signal down to a level that's suitable for the line in on the computer. And basically I just set the volume to this to about 50%, then adjust that potentiometer until the level's quite high coming into the computer. And basically I set the line in level on the computer to about 10%, because if you have it at 100 you get noise as well. It's picking up noise from the cable and things, so if you have the line in quite low and you have quite a strong signal going in, it just increases the signal to noise ratio and the quality. So the sound in these projectors is usually not magnetic, in this case it's optical. So how that works is there's this exciter lamp in here, they're quite rare and hard to get, and the filament is really long and thin. It's a horizontal filament, and this here is a lens which focuses an image of the filament onto the soundtrack of the film, and then just behind the soundtrack of the film there's a stationary solar cell sensor just behind there. You can't see it at all, it's very difficult to see, and basically that image of the filament is just appearing as a very thin beam on the soundtrack of the film. And the soundtracks in these films, I'll try and show you. These marks here, by the way, I'll explain later, but the soundtracks in these films are just basically, it's not stereo. It looks like two lines, you'd think it was stereo, but it's not. It's just I think it's called a bilateral variable area soundtrack, and it just basically varies its area according to the amplitude of the sound. And basically what I've been doing is making marks on the soundtrack just before the film even starts, just as sync markers. So basically what I did was made a mark on the sound, and then 26 frames later actually, I just marked the picture so I could get a sync point for the audio. I don't know if this is going to work or not, because the sound on these films is usually about 25 or 26 frames ahead of the picture. That part there is a rotating sound drum, and that basically just rotates at a constant speed, and the film is gripped between this roller and the sound drum, and it just keeps it moving through at a constant speed, so you don't get wow and flutter and things like that. But this drum, it does not pick up sound the hole is actually not, the hole doesn't even move, that where the sound pickup is. So it's fairly simple in its operation. So none of the other parts have arrived yet that I need to drive this thing really slowly for high resolution capture onto the camera, so there's nothing much I can do with that, but that just rotates once for every frame, so it'll be fairly simple.